I think
They're doing the blonde hair matchup. What's it? They picked Pokemon Stadium as their first
I
stage.
think yes, yeah. So here we are, Pokemon Stadium.
Go.
Jenkins, Jenkins with what we've seen is one of his favorites,
This
the
is
Zero Suit Samus, and obviously Vault with
side
his
B doing.
Cloud, whom we all know is extremely good.
Very nice spacing from both of them.
The Cloud, obviously, good on the technical side of the game. Trying to get into the spacing and apply a lot of pressure.
Well, it is getting a lot of pressure off of him and charging the limit
Yeah.
during his time. Jenkins just trying out to kill percent so he can kill with up B as Zero Suit does.
Not doing a good job at just mitigating a lot of the pressure and applying his own damage. Obviously, both of these players are very good at applying damage, but it appears
Very
as
good
if
punish from
Vault
Vault.
is, at least in that first stock in this first round, a little bit better at applying the damage and converting it into a kill as we just.
I think when big thing that you have to know about this matchup is that Zero Suit has to fish for certain things to apply appropriate pressure, like fair strings and up air or up B kills. Cloud just applies pressure by existing,
Exactly.
so he the matchup's just a little bit different.
And once again, what we're seeing is the technical knowledge and just familiarity with the character that Vault has.
Very nice read
with
from
Cloud.
Vault.
He's able to apply so much pressure with such ease because he knows how the game works. He knows all the techniques, and he knows how to use the character Cloud.
If you watch Chris, he always tries to go for reads during neutral, and that's why if you're playing against him, it can seem impossible to win. It feels like he's in your head before you are, and if you do not switch it off, he will win. Like, that's just a guarantee.
And what we see here is Vault to a relatively demanding lead. If Jenkins doesn't change, he's gonna lose this round.
Other grab.
The Cloud applying the pressure. Coming for him, he's trying to get this win. He's not afraid. Obviously, he's up a stock, so he has nothing to lose by being aggressive here.
Does miss the out B, which is that could have easily out this.
He's just not giving Jenkins any room for a counterplay.
That does not kill. We have the DI of a god here.
So
That will convert into a
yep,
kill.
Jenkins manages to
Jenkins
finally bring it down to a stock. However, has some serious damage. He has to play extremely carefully here in order to not be killed, which is very easy to happen at this point against a character with as much power behind his attacks as Cloud. At 130
that might
damage.
kill with rage actually, opposed to killing amplified. I thought maybe 140 or 130 rage would be.
And
Very nice punish from Vault.
Extremely well timed.
That is
Sort of mitigated the counterplay that we saw Jenkins trying to come up with, just trying to get back into the game, which he's doing a very good job of, but Vault did a better job at not letting that happen.
I think one thing Jenkins is going to have to change going into this next game is he's going to have to play a little bit more passive.
It depends on the character. If he continues to use
Zero Suit.
Yeah.
The aggressive playstyle wasn't working. Most of Vault's damage came from punishing. He is using up B a lot in neutral. I don't know how
he is coming out aggressively here.
maybe that'll work out better for him this game.
We'll see how that turns out.
Cloud,
He's reading Cloud slightly better, but at the same time, Cloud is still being Cloud in the hands of Vault. Just a very, very good player with very, very good techniques.
when the one reason why Jenkins is gonna have to watch how he plays is just because Cloud in general just outranges him with his neutral. Jenkins or Darius's neutral isn't as long range as Cloud is, just due to the giant hitbox Cloud has with his sword. So these throwing out fairs is
We see him getting punished there for his aggression, and he has to be very careful around Vault's Cloud because obviously this is his main, and he knows how to use him better than perhaps easily better than anyone in this tournament. So he just has to be very careful. He's trying to punish him here. Looks like he might be able to pull it off. Of course, there's no promises.
Jenkins is not gonna contest out off stage. Oh, and he does get the kill.
He does get that kill, so it's relatively equalized here. 22% to Cloud's fresh stock. Cloud doing some early heavy damage here against Jenkins. Jenkins wants to get back into this. In order to do that, he has to try and go up, because if he loses this round, then he's gonna be down.
He's gonna have to do a 3 win in a row,
which is a very tall order against any elite level player, but an even taller order against an elite level player that is good with Cloud Vault. He has to try, and he does come to a slight advantage.
due to Cloud's awful recovery.
Yes, indeed.
That it
So some sort of offstage play led to a stock up
very
for
nice
Jenkins.
Jenkins, he's
And
a
we see him coming out aggressively, trying to take advantage of being a stock up, even with the damage he has. And we see that Vault is not unhinged by that. He comes out and he does exactly what he needs to do and sort of try and equalize. And now he's being more the aggressor here, but both players really trying to fish for advantages, trying to apply the pressure to do as much damage as possible.
both players are just fishing for percent damage right now, so they both have the option to kill. I think Cloud is in kill percent for an up B on stage if Jenkins can land one, which is a very nerve-wracking spot for Cloud to be in.
But again, both of these players are so good that at this point, any mistake is a victory or defeat, depending on who manages to take advantage.
Very
And
nice
we
punish
see
from Chris.
that Vault managed to take advantage. And with that, he goes up 2-0. The tall order from Jenkins now. He has to win the next 3 rounds.
Now, how close these games are, it is possible.
It is possible, but it's just unlikely. These games have been very, very close. These rounds have been very, very close. However, the thing with Jenkins seems to be his inability to close out single rounds. And that inability is coming back to haunt him in these matches. He's just unable to convert strong round showings into match victories and win his rounds. So what we see now is that he's trying to be aggressive, and obviously being at the advantage he is, Vault is not in any way intimidated by that aggression. Continuing to play as he plays. Both players really just trying to get to the fundamentals of their characters here. We see
He does miss the up B. There might, at this point, there might be a little bit of nerves in Jenkins understanding his situation that he is in. Respectful. Whoever loses, if Jenkins loses this match, he is out of the tournament.
that is true, and obviously Vault ever the aggressive player, has even more reason to be aggressive now because he has the opportunity to close this out this round. He is definitely definitely has reason to continue his aggression,
That
which he
back air
does.
is going to kill. I think maybe there might have been a jump from Jenkins to knock him out the zone there, because that seemed pretty late.
Yeah, it's a
Nice
bit
shield.
early, but we'll see if Jenkins can do anything to bring this back. So, being such a good player, it is possible for him to pull out, even with a disadvantage such as this. However, Vault is no slouch. He's a very good player, as he's shown by going up a demanding 2-0 lead.
He does miss the up B there. That would have been a stock. It would have put the game at more equal standings.
What we see here is Vault is taking advantage of bringing up a stock and just trying to do as much damage as possible, so that when Jenkins inevitably does manage to get a kill here, he's gonna have, and he just did.
He's gonna have the percent lead.
Exactly. We see him perfectly willing to be aggressive again, just not backing down here, because he knows he has the advantage, because he has the percent lead, which he established by going up a stock early. Jenkins trying to get some play going here, but
Another back
Vault
air.
seeing right through it, punishing him as only he could. As only the very best players can.
Very nice job on Jenkins, giving just enough pressure to make sure Vault had to use his limit.
But we see Jenkins being a little careful here, trying to keep applying pressure on the edge here, so that Vault can't come back. But he does, and now it's Vault who's applying the pressure. Jenkins
He's doing
trying,
a very good job of pushing his,
and he does.
That does secure the stop.
Yep, so now
we're
they
going back
are
to
fairly
even.
equalized. Jenkins has the opportunity to try and convert this equalization into an advantage, and hopefully for Jenkins into a round victory, which has somehow eluded him in a lot of these matches. He needs to try and equalize here, and remains to be seen if he can do that. We're going to see if he can convert here or not. Obviously, Cloud. Vault and his Cloud being extremely aggressive, using all of the technical wizardry that he has at his command right here, easily dealing him a lot of damage, putting a lot of pressure. He doesn't want Jenkins to come back. He wants to finish this here and now, and Jenkins obviously wants to try and it's going. The voice being punished there.
Jenkins playing very defensively, understanding that he is in kill percent for Vault. Very nice. Oh, and he misses the fair. That could be a bad set ender there.
Oh wow. Jenkins is in some deep trouble.
A very nice show.
Jenkins having to play
thing I wish-
relatively perfectly here.
With the rage that Jenkins has, I wouldn't get if I feel that I'll be would kill.
And there you go.
Cloud's best kill move, dash attack,